candlelight,
We're approaching the Hawthorne Hotel, which is one of the most historical hotels in Salem, and it's said to be haunted. And right across the street we have the Salem Commons and a witch museum.
by earth and water, air and fire, by blade and bowl and circle round, we come to you with our desire.
Right now we're inside our hotel room. We're on the 4th floor, room 410, and it's really cute. It's a nice, quaint hotel. We have all of our junk on the bed, so that doesn't really help. But the bathroom is over here. Mom's in the bathroom right now, so obviously I'm not gonna go in there. And right here's the closet, and I don't know if you can see in the hallway, right there outside. And we have a really nice view. Open it up, you can see everything from here. You've got a psychic store across the street, a botanical store. They have everything.
Mother of the summer fields, goddess of the silver moon, join with us as power builds, dance with us our witches rune. Father of the summer dew, hunter of the winter snows, with open arms we welcome you, dance with us as power.
Okay, so today is the second day of our vacation, and I'm freezing. Yeah, it snowed last night, even though it's April 16th, and we're waiting to get into the Peabody Essex. It opens at 10, and it's only like 9:40. So we're walking around, and everything's really pretty. Yeah.
Dance with us, our witches rune. Mother of the summer fields, goddess of the silver moon, join with us as power builds, dance with us our witches rune. Father of the summer dew, hunter of the winter snows, with open arms we welcome you, dance with us as power grows. Dance with us, dance with us, dance with us, dance with us, witches, dance with us, dance with us, witches. By all the light of moon and sun, by all the might of land and sea, chant the rune and it is done.
Okay, so we're about to go into the Salem Witch Museum.
Hi, we just had butterbeer.
Yeah, it was really good. There was a really cool Harry Potter store.
Fly we on.
Yeah.
So here's the Salem Witch Museum. And I'll record again when we get inside.
Spruce as God of fairy tale, hemlock branches bless and stay.
We just got out of the Salem Witch Museum. It was really awesome. We couldn't take pictures inside, unfortunately, but they were talking about the Salem witch trials themselves in the 1600s and everyone that was accused and everything. And then afterwards there was a really nice presentation on paganism and Wicca and such. So now we're headed back to all the stores because it's after 11 and they should all be open by now. So it'll be really fun.
And breezes pass, ebb and flow whilst ravens play. Oh,
we're gonna go on this witch's tour, and our tour guide is actually a real practicing Wiccan. Yeah, we got stones blessed by the witch. Yeah, it was really cool. So now we're gonna try to record. Now we're gonna try to record what he's saying.
Roger Conant here would wear a cloak like that.
It was cold.
That's correct. Smart group. Now, does anybody know why a witch might wear a similar cloak?
Cold.
Aha! You got it. You know, we like to do our rituals outside as much as possible. That means even in the rain, even in the snow, we want to be out with the gods in nature. So most witches really do have a cloak. When it comes to stereotypes about witchcraft, gotta talk about the cauldron. What's up with this thing? Why does every witch have one? Well, most of us today have one because they're awesome for burning incense and things like that. But in the Middle Ages in Europe, it wasn't just people that we might think of as witches that had one of these. Almost everybody would have had one of these. Yeah, everything. It wasn't just for cooking or do your dishes. It was for doing your laundry. You put hot coals in there to gather around with your family if it got cold outside. It was an all-purpose household utensil. So when we think of a witch today, what we're thinking of is barely a witch. Mostly what we're thinking of is a poor people from the a poor person from the Middle Ages in Europe. And now most of us remember learning about the Middle Ages in school, right? It's probably the worst time in history that most of us learned about, right? So we shouldn't let things that happened back then influence our views on anything today. The point of this tour, to show you exactly how not weird witchcraft is. Because, you know, witchcraft itself, it may seem strange, it may seem alien, like something you've never experienced before, but that's just not true. The most important thing in witchcraft is magic. Now, magic is something that everybody has experienced before. It's trees, Easter eggs, trick-or-treating, even having a New Year's resolution. I mean, when you think about it, we've all been doing ancient magical rituals our entire lives. And now, was it scary? Was it evil? Were you worshiping the devil? No, of course not. Those are crazy questions, but the types of questions that people ask witches all the time. So when it comes to witchcraft, you gotta look at things differently, through the lens of history, to see where it really comes from. The most told stories in the city is that of the curse of Giles Corey. Now this is a great opportunity to talk about curses. I'm a witch. I'm an expert in curses. The way that we can look at it, most people are familiar with the Eastern concept of yin and yang, right? Well, that's based in nature as well. So if you look at witchcraft in those terms, the dark, the light, the hot, the cold, you know, the sun and the moon, and the day and the night, all those things need to be kept in balance. We need to embrace the darker side in order to keep that balance. And one of the many ways that we can do that here is with visiting the death altar or the ancestor altar. A great example of something in witchcraft that people think is kind of spooky, but it's totally not supposed to be. This is where we honor and pay respect to the dead. See, when you're a witch, you can kind of do whatever the heck you want. So some witches believe in that type of thing. For the most part, though, once again, we go back to nature for our views on everything. Now in nature, there's no such thing as a straight line. Nothing just begins and ends. Everything goes in circles and cycles. The sun, the moon, the seasons changing, the tides coming in and out. We would say that we are a part of nature, so we are most likely bound by similar laws. It's only natural. On the windows of the tourist attraction across the street over there. She can appear as any of the three aspects. This is the maiden, the mother, and the crone. This represents more than just the stages of life, but all the symbolism that goes along with it, and the phases of the moon as well. So when you see the goddess, sometimes people get distracted by our modern ideas of her. Like, my favorite, the mother goddess. You see, she's pregnant, and she's holding a pentagram. So she has a lot of things on her mind, right? Don't worry, she has a sword. Don't mess with her. She has a sword. She's not harmless. Another example, people see the maiden. They think she's all pretty and nice, and oh, look at her flowy hair. She's probably going to be stuck somewhere, and some prince needs to rescue her. Nope, she's cool. No, she'll be fine. Don't worry, no one needs to rescue her. And now, most importantly, the crone. Some people hear the word crone, and they're like, ouch. Isn't that a mean word to say about old people? No! Some people say the word witch is a mean word, right? The word crone is not. A witch ages gracefully because we have respect for our elders, and when we are that age, we can't wait to have that amount of respect ourselves.
To be one of us. We stir up the truth, but it's never to harm.
After the Witch Walk tour, the two of us walked around Salem a bit more and explored modern shops. We returned to the hotel room and actually went to another walking tour that night, even in the freezing cold. The next day, we wrapped up some last-minute shopping and even found a delicious bakery.
Okay, so we just got out of a bakery. But it's literally the best bakery that I've ever been to in my life. I got the German chocolate cake latte, and it's amazing.
Oh yeah, and we got Danny some cannolis, and he's gonna love them. Oh my god, and I got almonds.
Yeah, Jordan almonds. So this has been a really fun trip.
Nobility's ill-advised whim, shameless and shining. We've always asked why, for what cooks in